Today we're making sausage rolls from scratch. Hi everyone, welcome to Black Cat Kitchen. I hope you're doing well. Today we're making an extra special sausage roll. I'm going to show you how to make these sausage rolls completely from scratch using my puff pastry recipe that you can find here. What's next level about these sausage rolls is that you can control the flavors that go into the meat. I'm going to show you my favorite combination, but you can change it up to include your favorite flavors. Let's get started. See the description below for a list of ingredients. I've chopped a whole white onion and I'm cooking it down on medium heat in a little bit of olive oil and butter. We're not looking for caramelization here, we just want a lovely translucency. Once your onions have become fragrant and you're starting to see that little bit of browning, take them off the heat and let them cool. I'm using smoked bacon lardons in this recipe. You can use any smoky bacon that you like, and we're going to chop this really fine. You can see that's much finer than it was. To our bowl, we'll add 400 grams of pork. I'm using 10% fat, but the highest fat content that you can find will yield the best flavor. Now in goes our bacon, and we're going to start adding our seasoning. In goes 2 teaspoons of thyme, 2 teaspoons of dried sage, a teaspoon of black pepper, 2 teaspoons of garlic granules. I'm using smoked garlic granules for extra smoky flavor, and a tablespoon of salt. And then I like to give it a good helping of nutmeg. In go our room temperature onions, and we'll start to mix it together. The last thing we're going to add to the meat mix is a half a cup of sherry. You can substitute this with wine, red or white, port, whiskey. What we're looking for in the alcohol is the acidity. That helps to really tenderize the meat. If you don't want to use alcohol, you can use the same amount of water with just a little bit of either vinegar or lemon juice just to bring that acidity in. And now you really want to work this, kneading it almost like it's a bread dough. And here's our cohesive ball of meat. If you've never made sausage before, or you're a little unsure of the seasoning, you can pinch off a piece of the meat, fry it in a frying pan, and give it a taste. Then you can adjust the seasoning as necessary. I've split our meat ball in half, and I'm just going to create these little tubes of meat on our cling film. Try and keep them as even as possible. And just like we're making sushi, we're going to roll this up, pulling back on the cling film so that sausage is nice and firm. And we'll do the same with the other half and put them in the fridge to rest. Now that our sausage is in the fridge, we're preheating our oven to 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to roll out our puff pastry, either one you've made at home or your favorite from the supermarket, so that it's ready for our sausage blankets. So just a little bit of flour on your work surface and on top of your pastry, and we're just going to gently beat it down before rolling it out. So you'll want to roll these out the same width as your sausages, and because this is a double stuffed sausage roll, we're going to roll them out about the same length, so we're looking for a square of pastry here. We're going to start by rolling up one edge, dusting off any flour as you go, right up into the center. And the top bit, we're just going to roll down until the pastry meets. We don't want a double layer of dough in the middle. We don't want it to be too doughy. It might not cook all the way through, but give it a good little pinch so that the pastry seals itself. So I've marked where I want my sausage rolls to be cut, and just like in my cinnamon buns, I'm going to use a piece of unwaxed dental floss to cut my sausage rolls. Bring the floss under your pastry, bring it together at the top, and pull it tight so that it creates an even slice. You might get a little bit of resistance from the meat, but just pull it out. It will all work out in the end. I'm egg washing the top of my sausage rolls with 1 egg yolk and a splash of water just to thin it out. I'm sprinkling my sausage rolls with black sesame seed because I love that little bit of crunch, but you can use flaky salt as an alternative if you'd like. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. We'll see you next time.